Hello roadies, this is part 2 of our Amazon CamperForce saga. So without further ado, roll the intro, Dan. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. And if you're new to our channel, my name's Kevin.
I'm Dan.
And together we're Compass Roads. So yes, this is part 2 to our Amazon CamperForce saga. So the first item that we're going to talk about is VET and MET.
That's voluntary extra time and mandatory extra time.
So being a part of Amazon, whether it's CamperForce or you're a full-time employee there, when the peak season kicks off, you are required, we knew this going in per our application coming into CamperForce for Amazon, that there could be times during the peak season that they could mandate that we work an extra shift of 10 hours.
Correct.
So that's where the mandatory extra time comes in. We've discussed in our previous video about VET, which we call the VET, which you still can do. We can still do that, but what is unique now is that during that video, we were working VET in the afternoon, which was from 12:30 to 5:30.
And what was nice about that is you get a paid break in there for half an hour. So we were only working 4.5 hours, but getting paid for 5.
And Amazon caught on to that, so when you go into volunteer through their app, which is called the A to Z app, when you go into volunteer, that's no longer an option. You can either only work from 07 to 12:30 or 07 to 5:30, the full shift. There is no afternoon shift that you can pick up because they got smart. Thank you, Marty and Cam, for letting us know that, because we actually did that, what, a couple of weeks before they caught on.
So one thing about MET is, as CamperForce, as per the CamperForce agreement, we only have to work MET up to 50 hours, not the 60 hours that the other Amazon employees are doing.
So last week, which would have been our second time of working mandatory extra time, they actually scheduled all the Amazon CamperForce associates 60 hours. So we were working Monday through Friday, 10-hour shifts. So it was going to be 60 hours, which we all can. I think we very easily could have done it, but we don't want to. Some of us don't want to.
Because it only gives you 1 day before you get off into another work week. And by the way, this week we have another MET.
So I'm sure they're going to do what they did last week, where they're going to knock that 6th day off, because per our contract agreement, they cannot make us work 60 hours. So that's something to think about if you choose to go down this road to work for Amazon per their CamperForce associates, which you have your HR at, and I know I'm getting off the topic just a little bit, but you have your Amazon fulfillment center that you're working for, but you coordinate a lot of things through the CamperForce portion, which is not necessarily at your fulfillment center. I think they're in Seattle.
Correct.
So everything you do with them is through an email as well. So back on topic.
So let's talk about some of the free benefits that we've been getting over the past few weeks.
One of the ones that I like, and Amazon is really, I think, gone above and beyond, and I don't know if any other employers are doing this, but because we are working during the pandemic, and that there's things still going on, even though Tennessee is open right now, and I know there's a lot of other states that are closing down. One of the things that I like, one of the added benefits that Amazon does, is free COVID-19 testing, and it's on site. It's at your fulfillment center.
Actually, it's right next to our break room.
Where we take our break is where it is. So
there's
I think
two ways that we can be tested.
There's 2 ways you can get tested. You can voluntarily walk up there on your own and say, hey, I think I might have been around somebody with COVID a couple days ago. Can you please test me and see? And they will. They will do it every time. They do not care. You can voluntarily come up there. You can get tested every day if you want to, I think.
Yes.
And then there's the second one, because everybody there carries around these handheld scanners, because everything you do is through these scanners. Mr. Robot is what it's called, and it's a message that'll pop up and say, hey, you've been randomly selected. I personally have been randomly selected in the 2.5 months we've been there twice to get COVID tested, and I did it both times. You can, if you get that message, you go over there, they still scan your badge, but you can tell them that you decline to take the test. But there's a lot of people that are testing positive at our actual fulfillment center. with that many people being tested positive, because they will let you know once again through their app on your phone if you sign up for it. It'll let you know. Obviously, it's not going to give their HIPAA information, you know, who they are, their age, or whatever, but it'll give you the dates that they worked. Well, now that we've been there for a while, that's days that we worked, so I get checked in randomly, you know.
But I feel, I think, safer now that I can get tested anytime I want to, just to be on the safe side.
And kind of the cool thing about it is that you administer the test yourself. So you're giving yourself the COVID test. They got these stations, there's like 4 or 5 stations at the COVID testing area, and there's these pamphlets, these big, I want to say they're laminated, and they stand upright, and it walks you through each step about what it is. They give you the little thing, the little tube that has the fluid, and it tells you not to, you know, knock that over or spill it, and how to, you know, put the swab in each nostril and twist it and keep it in there for 6 seconds, and you got to go at least an inch back in your face, which I want to sneeze every time I put that thing in my nose. And then you have to stick the little what is it? The
Q-tip.
The Q-tip looking thing. It's a long skinny one, and you snap the end off, and then you put the tip back in, seal it back up in the bag, toss it in the little bin, and you go about your day. Super easy, and guess what? You're getting paid to do that. You're getting paid to take a COVID test.
Although the process only takes maybe 5 minutes.
Yes, but it'd probably take you 10 minutes, depending on where you're at in that building, to walk over there to get tested, because that's a big building. So I think that's one added benefit. The next benefit I think that I like is they like to recognize certain associates that work for them. And one of them is during Veterans Day. They like to recognize the veterans they have working for them.
The Amazon Warriors. And they recognize us by giving us a free t-shirt.
They gave us a free t-shirt. I know to some people that doesn't mean anything, but you know, once you leave the military, it's nice to know that people still appreciate what it is that you did do for this country. So there's a lot of guard people that still are in the military that work over there, because there's guard bases around here. So I thought that was pretty nice that they took care of us that way and let us know. They didn't give us nothing special other than the shirt. It's a plain white shirt, and it basically says, you know, how this one has it, said Amazon Warriors on it.
I'll shoot a picture of it.
Yeah, he'll put a picture of it somewhere below. Which leads me to, bam! I pointed this shirt.
Shirt. This is a brand new shirt we got last week, and this is the Amazon CamperForce shirt. That
The Amazon 2020 CamperForce. Now, I do like the design, and Dan's going to put another thing up here that shows the design on the back, but I really think Amazon missed the mark on this one. CamperForce, if you're listening, this is COVID. I mean, there's so many negative things that are attached to COVID right now. You could have had a little bit of fun with this, you know, like maybe the thing had a mask or whatever you could have done, you know, delivering smiles from A to Z, from, you know, during a there's so many different things. I think that you kind of missed the mark, and you could have made this a lot better. But I do like the back. I do like what you did. You kept it neutral, I guess, not to spark controversy, but what's the world without a little controversy, right?
That's right. And another free benefit that you get is you do get a $110 certificate to Zappos, where you can buy safety shoes and or insoles.
Yeah, and the insoles thing is nice, but also what some of the other CamperForce associates did, they already knew what they were in for, because a lot of these people are repeat, you know, people that come back every year for CamperForce. So they already knew what it was going to be like, and they brought their own shoes. But what some of them did is went ahead and used that stipend and got the shoes anyway, and then they turned them in to like homeless shelters. So basically giving brand new shoes to the homeless shelters so they can divvy out to people. You're giving them something brand new that's theirs, and I think that is pretty awesome to do. So going back to how Amazon takes care of their associates, so there's a few other things that they do, which is every day, that's, I think, that I've never seen in any other workplace. One of them is they actually have a machine where you can get gloves, and you can get these brand new rubberized, look like gloves. They're cloth, they're stretchy, they're really cool. We're going to use them for the Stinky Slinky, so we've been stockpiling those things. Used ones, brand new ones, because I use the same gloves, you know, at work every day for the full week, because once they get stretched out, they're a little more comfortable. But
you're still using one pair a day.
One pair a day, so you can still get free ones, and then you can use them for your Stinky Slinky, so you have gloves to use when you have to do the unmentionable.
You can also get earplugs if you want them, and they also have insoles.
You can get insoles for your shoes. and you can get
Ibuprofen,
acetaminophen, and what else?
Antacids.
You can get antacids, and it's kind of cool because they're all over the buildings, these little machines, and all they do is scan the barcode that's on your badge. And if you remember the old vending machines, got the little spiral thing on it that you punch in the code like M2 or A3, and then you get your bag of hot fries, whatever. I just remember them always being at the pool when I was growing up. But anyways, they're all one of those things. So you put your little number in, and it spits it out. You get to see it twist out and fall down. So it's pretty cool. But you can only get a certain amount. You get one package of acetaminophen, you know, one thing a day. So to me, I still think that's cool because, believe it or not, being in the military and wearing combat boots, I thought I was on my feet a lot, but you know, you're not as much.
You feel it in your back and in your feet.
You do feel it in your back and your feet. In the first, I would say 2.5, 3 weeks, you are an aching mess. It didn't help that we were and still are a little chunky but funky. What's our third item up?
We've got bonuses, monetary bonuses.
So yes, monetary bonuses, one of which we have already gotten, which we didn't know that we were going to get.
And that was for Prime Week.
That was for Prime Week, Amazon Prime Week. I know that Creativity RV, she had done a special thing on her video talking about, hey, get ready for Prime Week. Well, we were working that Prime Week, and because we ended up getting a bonus, it was a $100 bonus, but after Uncle Sam took his cut, we ended up with 70. But it was money that we didn't think we were going to get. I never knew about. So that's another benefit of working at Amazon CamperForce.
There is another bonus that we may be getting that we don't know for sure. It's called the peak season, which is actually from December 1st through December 31st, or the end of your contract. Which
is pretty cool. So when we make part 3, we're actually going to talk about that as well, because we haven't got that yet, because we still have 3 weeks remaining here. That's one of the things that we're going to talk on. But honestly, I say we only have about 2.5 weeks, because also during Amazon CamperForce, while you work, you accrue PTO, which stands for personal time off. Dan, you want to explain that to them real quick?
Personal time off is accrued at approximately 25 minutes every single 10-hour shift that you're working. So we've already accrued enough to take the 23rd of December, which was our last day off, and we've also accrued another 10 hours where we're taking the Sunday the 20th off.
But that doesn't mean that we're not getting paid for those days. We're still going to get paid those 2 days that we're not working, even though we are seasonal associates for the Amazon CamperForce team.
And we're still accruing more time off, and for that Monday and Tuesday, each of us are going to be taking half a day off.
So Monday he'll take a half day off, and I'll work the full shift, and then Tuesday we'll swap. And the reason being is, this is the bummer part. My son, who's been staying with us since September because of COVID, he's going to be going back to on-campus schooling back in Arkansas, and I want to be able to get him home to be there with his mom, his younger brother, and his friends, so he can enjoy his Christmas break there with them as well. So he has been walking our dog Ava, Roadie, the only Roadie we have now. So yeah, we're going to utilize that time, because you don't get to roll it over, and you don't get to get paid for your personal time off. You can't save it all up and at the end say, hey, can you just cut me a check? They won't do that. So you might as well take it off, and might as well use it the last week, because I can't get any overtime that week anyway.
That's right. However, you can work in conjunction with your PTO, so we could actually work those days and get paid additional for those days.
You could, but what's the point?
That's right.
Like I said, we're not hurting for money that bad. I want to take that time off, because believe it or not, after being here for 3 months, I am ready to hit the road. I've got itchy feet, and we're not going that far anyway. We are going about 2.5 hours south of here, and there's going to be more video to come back. So a little teaser, just giving you a little teaser. So stay tuned. There is going to be more stuff to come.
And we did want to dispel some rumors on the Thanksgiving holiday. Some people thought we were getting paid double time. Some people thought we were going to get paid time and a half. There is holiday pay, but that was for full-timers only. It wasn't for the seasonal or the CamperForce people. So we did not work on Thanksgiving Day. We had that day off, and we didn't see any pay for that. We did have some friends that worked, and they got their normal extra pay for that because it was already over their 40 hours, so they got their time and a half. And that's how Thanksgiving was handled.
And we chose not to work that day or even part-time that day because we just, sometimes having a day off is just better for the soul.
And I had to cook a turkey. I had to cook Thanksgiving dinner.
He didn't have to, he chose to.
But I chose to, and it was damn good.
It was real good. We smoked a turkey, which was in the video, right? You already did a video of smoking the turkey. I know I posted a picture on Instagram of...
No, but I used the Masterbuilt smoker, and there's a video that we've got somewhere up there.
So go check
but you
that
can
out.
take a look at the Masterbuilt smoker, electric smoker review that I did a few weeks ago, or a few months ago. And I used that to actually smoke the turkey. And it came out great. This is the first time I ever did turkey in there.
It was really good. All right, so the last thing that I want to mention is I want to apologize to all our followers that have commented on videos and may have not gotten a response back or may have gotten it late. That is all my fault. Dan is the magic fingers behind the editing process. I do still pick the music out, although he did pick some of the music in the last videos. I do the music, but I also am supposed to be taking care of all the social media. Well, I have fallen short of my job, so don't blame the channel and don't blame Dan, blame me. I'm trying to get back up on that and keep caught up with that. I'm horrible about that, but it is my fault. It does not for 1 second mean that you're not we're not appreciative of everything that you all have said, and you know there's a lot of kind stuff that's been said out there. So once again, thank you to our viewers for staying with us. We're growing slowly but surely, but we still want to thank everybody that's here and all the newcomers that may like this content and want to stick around.
And once we get back on the road and we're finished with the Amazon CamperForce, we're going to have more time to devote to the YouTube channel. So be ready. We only have 3 more weeks of this left.
Trailer, if you're in the market to look for a new, this is a teaser, not a trailer. It's a teaser. If you're in the market to look at a new RV, there may be a video coming soon.
Yes, we're going to do some RV reviews.
We're going to do some RV reviews and some tips and tricks for inspections.
That's right. So stay tuned. So if you like this channel, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe if you'd like notifications to let you know when our next video comes out.
Hit that little bell icon and select all, and that's how you'll get notified each and every time we upload a video.
And tell all your friends about it. We'd appreciate that.
Until the next video, y'all stay safe out there.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.